Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to your September predictions video. In this video, we are going to find out what you can expect in the month of September for your love, relationships, career, finance, and any other important messages that spirit guides have for you. We are also going to look at any astrological insights or astrology aspects that are going to be crucial for you in this month. So, if you are ready to get your reading, you need to take a deep breath, use your intuition, and pick one of these three piles that I have prepared for you. So, you need to think about your month ahead, any specific questions that you might have, and then ask your spirit guides for guidance and see which of these three piles you feel the most attracted towards. You can feel attracted to the number one, two, or three. You can also feel attracted to any of the stones, either their color or their qualities, right? And when you feel as if you are able to make a choice, then you can click on the timestamps that I have provided in the description box for each of these three piles. If you're not able to make any decision, you can also try putting your hand on each of these three piles and then see which of the pile you feel a magnetic pull towards. Okay, if you feel as if you feel attracted to more than one pile, that's completely normal. That just means there are some messages for you in the other pile as well. Okay, so if you want to pause the video here and take more time to make your selection, then you can pause the video here and I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hi everyone. Welcome to your September predictions video. So let's see what you can expect in the month of September. So first, we're going to find out what is going to be the overall theme. Seems to me as if September is going to be a very transformational month for you, considering so many cards were trying to come out. So we have House 11, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. We have fire, confident, optimism, passion, and bravery. Let's pull one more card. Oh, we have Pluto, transform. So, by one, the wherever Pluto transforms, wherever Pluto transits in our birth chart, we see complete transformation in that scene or in that aspect or the theme related to that particular house. And what I've seen is generally that the transformation, like, if you see the transformation that comes with Saturn, that is connected to more bringing you into a routine, bringing you in alignment with your, with what is good for you, right? But what I've seen that the transformations that are brought by Pluto, they are almost, they break any sort of patterns in your life which are not in alignment with your true soul purpose. Okay, and it doesn't matter how harsh it is that you feel it or how soft it is that you feel it, but whatever is not in alignment with your true soul purpose, with your true soul desires, with your true soul plan, that will start to drift away. And generally, when it comes to Pluto, it drifts away in a very dramatic way because Pluto, it's all the underworld energy and it deals with power struggles. So I feel as if you look at your 11th house, there's going to be a lot of transformations in your themes related to 11th house. And I feel as if it has got something to do with now you coming into your own power. So 11th house, it deals with our friends and our like-minded groups, our reputation, the social network where we stand. It also deals with large organizations. So if we are a part of a large organization, and so I feel as if now you are coming into a very confident position, almost like a position where now people listen to you. So if you have been looking to do some sort of public speaking, I think you're going to start looking at your communication skills. You're going to start looking at how you are perceived by people. So probably up until now you didn't really care about how people perceived you, and you wanted to be, you were okay even if people didn't really understand you. But I feel as if in the month of September, you're entering into a really powerful phase in your life. And if you see, September also has two powerful eclipses, and it is an energy that can bring major changes in our life. And I feel now you are feeling this urge going forward in the month of September to start coming into a powerful position where when it comes to how you show up in the society, in the social networks. You want to be seen as someone that people look up to, that people listen to. So maybe probably you will start working on your communication skills, or you'll start working on the way you dress up, on how you groom yourself, on the way you interact with others. And I feel as if now that is becoming really important to you to somehow make sure that you're seen as a person of power in this people that are surrounding you, and that is really guiding you. So in the month of September, the relationships with friends and friend groups or social networks, they can be quite passionate or quite extreme, but there can be some betrayals or breakups, or there can be emergence of some hidden social dynamics. So September can be an intense, transformative, and potentially volatile experience when it comes to your friendships or your social networks. And you may have to experience some sort of power struggles, or there may be some sort of sudden shifts, like through some betrayals, or you need to establish your boundaries more, just to make sure that you're taking care of your mental well-being. 11th house also talks about the fulfillment of desires. Okay, so now that we have Pluto here, powered by the fire signs, which are all confidence and fiery and going after the things that you desire, I feel as if you're going to have a strong drive to achieve the goals, and you'll start to look at, okay, the goals I want to achieve. This is how I'm going to achieve it. And also you might feel that there is a connection between your individual dreams and desires and the aspirations of the collective network you're in. And I think that is what is going to start putting you in a leadership position as well. Okay. But yeah, this can be, especially when Pluto is involved, this can be a time where you have to look out or be cautious of some betrayal from friends or within the groups, which sometimes happens because, they come from our own unhealed issues, things that we need to face, but we haven't yet faced. And so these situations we attract so that we can start having a look at these things that we need to heal. Okay, but a very important thing that's going to be for you in this month is going to be setting strong personal boundaries so that you take care of your mental health, and even if there's any conflict or misunderstanding, you're able to protect yourself. Okay, so now let's see what we can expect in terms of your career for the month of September. So we have Justice, a Page of Swords in reverse, Age of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in reverse, Knight of Pentacles. So, pile one, I feel as if in the month of September, you are going to start looking at the ways or aspects in which you now need things to balance out so that you can continue to move towards the big goals and dreams and visions that you have for yourself. Okay, so I feel as if in the month of September, especially if you see the Justice and the Eight of Pentacles, I feel you're going to start analyzing how is it that you yourself are not putting in the right effort, or you're going to start to see, have I been preventing myself, have I not been taking the actions that I really know I need to take, have I been procrastinating, or am I shying away from these things that I know I need to take? And then you start looking at them, start addressing those issues. That's when you start moving towards your careers and dreams. I feel as if both the swords cards are also in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse and Ace of Swords in reverse. I feel as if instead of trying to come up with new ideas, instead of trying to expand yourself, in a million directions, you are now having a clear look at how is it that you are responsible for what you have achieved in your dreams, in your dream life, in from your vision board. Instead of just starting a new routine every day, or instead of saying, okay, I will start this project. In the past there have been a lot of ideas, but what has been missing has been consistent, repetitive execution of the things that you clearly know. Like, I don't feel as if you need more ideas or you are not clear on how to go forward. I feel as if you're very clear. You have known what are the steps you need to do, but you just have not been putting in the adequate effort. It's not like you haven't been doing anything, but you yourself feel, you're looking at your actions and you're evaluating them and seeing how do they balance out with this long-term vision that you have for yourself. Because Knight of Pentacles moves slow and steadily. It takes its time. It's not quick, it takes sometimes years, but the important thing is that it gets the job done. It's stable. If you're trying to build a dream life and you want it to be stable and sustainable, then you are realizing in the month of September that the important thing is going to be to look at your own actions. Okay, and start evaluating them, start to see how you are self-sabotaging and why sometimes we don't feel safe with achieving those goals, and that's why we start to sabotage ourselves every time we are close to achieving our dreams. We self-sabotage. Okay, either we'll procrastinate or we'll not take the decisions that we clearly know that we need to take. Or suppose you're working in a group, we'll end up in a fight with the rest of the people of the group. In some way, shape, or form, now you're looking at your own action, the role that you are playing in achieving your dream life. It's not just about manifestation, it's not just about keeping a good mindset. It's the actual is execution. Now that is going to start making you move towards your goal. So if you've not really been seeing movement towards your goals, if you've been feeling stuck, then the spirit guides are really urging you to now start evaluating your actions and start aligning them with the life that you want to achieve for yourself. Okay, so now let's see what you can expect when it comes to relationships in the month of September. We have Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords, okay, I think this card, and I think this card. Okay, I want to take one more card. Oh, King of Cups. That's like a really good ending. Okay, so we have Seven of Swords. Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and King of Cups. So pile one, Seven of Swords talks about secrecy, deception, dishonesty, or something being hidden. In a relationship context, it could mean that there has been some information that has been hidden from you, or there has been some hidden agenda, or at least there has been a lack of complete transparency. And the Two of Pentacles here, it can mean as if there is a need for balance, and adaptability, or being caught between two options. And it can also mean as if there has been some juggling of responsibilities or indecision, or there is a need to find equilibrium. So I feel as if the Seven of Swords combined with the Two of Pentacles suggests a situation where there has been some sort of a hidden element or a secret which is now going to come to surface so that you can balance it, and you can balance it with other aspects of your life. Okay, a Queen of Wands, if you see, it represents someone who is very passionate, inspiring, charismatic, or it can also show like either that's the other person, or it's you coming into this sort of ready to go after what you want, a sort of energy. And I feel as if the Four of Cups here, it shows that there has been a feeling of emotional disengagement, or there has generally been a lack of enthusiasm, in your relationships. Okay, so I feel as if with the King of Cups, it shows emotional maturity, compassion, and a stable foundation. So what I feel is that when it comes to your relationship, as we were discussing, there can be some conflict, some betrayal, or that comes to surface. Okay, anything that deals with any betrayal of or juggling between two parties that may come to surface. But I feel as if you're coming in this detached energy, and a very emotionally stable energy, where that this is my dream and this is my desire, this is my end goal, and this is how I'm going to achieve it, and you're not very reactive. So even if any betrayal comes to light, or if even if any conflict happens, any misunderstanding or hidden information comes to light, now you are able to be in a detached, calm, composed energy, and where you're able to decide what is it that is in alignment with your end goal and how to take action towards it. So if you think that, okay, I need to not be friends with this person anymore, that also you're able to do in a very objective, a very detached manner, where you stay polite, where you stay respectful. Or if you think, okay, this situation, does it really affect my end goal? Does it really mean we are not in a good relationship, whether that's platonic or whether that's with your partner, right? And then you are able to decide, if it's not that big a thing, instead of being triggered and instead of staying in this cycle, or where you keep dragging the issue for days earlier, or maybe where earlier you would react explosively towards it, or where it would start reducing your vibration, lowering your vibration, making you sad for days. Now you're in a very vibrant energy. You're very confident of yourself. You're not acting from an insecure place anymore. That's what I think. And you feel very, very sure of yourself. Okay, this is what I want, and on this is okay with my boundaries. And if that is okay with your boundaries, you're like, okay, let's move ahead and have a happy life. But if it that does not sit well with your boundaries, then you're able to let go of the things without creating a ruckus. So this is a very beautiful energy in which you're entering. Let's see if we have any other messages for your relationships from Spirit Guides. Rejection, abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. Bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. Cloudy judgment, and exhaustion. Yeah, I feel as if there are going to be some things that are going to be coming to light. There are going to be some masks that are going to be lift off, and truth is going to be revealed to you. Anything that was really clouding your judgment, because this Ace of Swords and Page of Swords in reverse also came earlier. I feel as if in the month of September, whatever has been clouding your judgment, that is going to now start to fall off. And now, in the month of September, you have the emotional resilience that is needed to handle the situation objectively and in a way that it leads to the fulfillment of your end goals. Okay, so earlier you probably would have acted from these deep rooted fears of fear of rejection or fear of abandonment, right? And maybe acting from an insecure place, but now that's not the thing. You don't let these fears cloud your judgment anymore. Okay. And I also feel as if you don't have the need or the want or the desire to engage in unnecessary conflicts, unnecessary relationships anymore. You see the truth, and then you know what needs to be done, and then you're going ahead and you're doing it. Okay, but it's not coming from a place of fears or insecurities. Your decisions are now coming from a place of self-evaluation, evaluation of your dreams and goals and desires, evaluation of your boundaries. You know what you want, what aligns with it, and you're ready to let go of what doesn't align with it anymore. Okay, let's see what other messages universe has for you. We have, when you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. Make time to play, have fun, be free. So, yeah, like if you say the fire energy, the Queen of Wands energy, you're coming in this energy where as if I think as if there was some fears earlier, you were not sure maybe how people perceive you, you were not sure if you're going to be able to achieve your dreams, or any other deep rooted fears which were preventing you from really being, enjoying the life and being in this enthusiastic energy. Now you're letting them go and you're coming into your own power, where you're like, you're realizing that you're creating your life and that you're fully capable of creating the dream life that you so deeply desire. So you're letting go, enjoying the process, and instead of just waiting for the goals and dreams to come now. Okay, and you're all in, instead of doubting every step of the way. Is it for me? Is it not for me? Is it for me? Is it not for me? You're just going all in, enjoying the ride, and just going towards, this dream life that you're trying to manifest for yourself. Okay, let's see if we have any final messages from the universe. We have kindness, love in action, and balance, spiritual and physical steadiness. So, yeah, Bhaivan, in this month of September, I think a couple of things are going to happen because now you're not coming from a place of fear. You're able to be more kind to people. You're able to look at situations from everyone's point of view. Okay, and you're able to stay grounded and centered even in the face of conflict or misunderstandings. And that's where you find this balance, where now your physical life also starts reflecting your inner world, your spiritual behavior, your true desires. Okay, so that's it for the month of September, and see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, Bantu. Welcome to your September predictions video. So now let's see what is the overall theme that you can expect in the month of September. We have Taurus, trust, patience, and sensuality, and Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. Ooh, we also have Jupiter, grow and expand. Pile 2. Jupiter is considered one of the luckiest planets in astrology. It is linked to higher wisdom, principles, philosophy, and its energy. It helps us or inspires us rather to search for a meaning and a sense of faith. And it tries to illuminate what is it that we truly believe in. Okay, and I feel as if now is the time for you to start broadening your perspective, and to start to think beyond your current reality. Now, the month of September is going to be a month where the spirit guides are urging you to become more open minded and start exploring new things, especially your personal philosophy or your belief system. Okay, and try and step outside of your comfort zone in small ways every day. So the sign of Taurus loves to experience life through the senses, tending to the senses. What feels good to the eye? What feels good to the taste of, to the sense of taste? What feels good for all the senses. So it likes good food, good architecture, beautiful landscapes, and the sign of Taurus, it shows luxuries and accumulating things of value. And Gemini, as you know, is the sign of curiosity, intellect, right? It's the mind that makes us network and communicate with others. It's a sign which is very dynamic, and people who are ruled by the sign of Gemini, you'll see they're always up to communicate and to socialize and share their opinions, and they're full of vibrance. So I feel as if this month of September, you are going to start looking at your current reality from a perspective of how you can make it more enjoyable for you in terms of your materialistic possessions and the things that you experience on earth, but also more desirable when it comes to socializing. So in the month of September, you're going to be having fun. Like, how can you break free from just the routine or the monotonous life and start to engage in fun? Because sometimes we feel as if fun is not the spiritual thing to do. If I'm spiritual, I should probably be just meditating all day and journaling all day, and or staying in a calm, serene environment all day. While all of these are good spiritual practices and they are really helpful, but I feel as if the spirit guides are urging you to not neglect this fun side of life. Life is also about enjoying. You are in your body ultimately, okay? And so you've come to the planet Earth to experience the world through these different senses. And your spirit guides are saying to engage in that experience a little bit more. Start exploring different things. Maybe you eat only a certain kind of food, and so start exploring a new kind of food, a new kind of music. Maybe start visiting some new places, right? If you see, Jupiter is also the natural ruler of Sagittarius. which is the natural ninth house, dealing with long distance travel. So it may be a very good thing for you to visit some new places, some far off places where you can experience a new sort of landscape, new food, new music, new people to communicate with. And I think that is going to broaden your horizon of your mindset. When we keep ourselves restricted to only a certain set of individuals, whether it comes to networking or music or food, when we keep ourselves restricted, then we can never open our mind to, the plethora of things that are just waiting for us to be experienced, okay? And part of the human experience is to experience all of these amazing things that are available on the planet Earth for us, right? And so this month of September is all about finding a sense of fun, finding a sense of joy, a sense of exploration. Like when we go on a vacation to a new place, and at least that happens with me. I love to go on vacations, and then I become like a complete tourist, and I want to see all the amazing things, try new things, even if that's completely different from my normal taste palette, right? And spirit is nudging you to be more open minded, uh, even the people that you talk to, maybe you generally normally don't talk to a certain group of people because you think you are not going to vibe with them, but spirit is saying give it a chance. You'll never know until you give it a chance. And it's almost as if spirit is saying give life a chance. If you have been feeling too closed off, or if you've been feeling life has been too monotonous, then give it a chance. Give life a chance to bring new experiences to you. And if you feel in the moment, oh, it's too different, or if you feel uncomfortable, keep an open mind. Grow beyond. Just realize that this is helping me grow beyond my. It's not wrong, it's just helping me grow beyond my boundaries. Okay, so now let's see what we can expect when it comes to your career in the month of September. We have Hanged Man. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Feel like this one. A lot of cards are trying to come out. It's like spirit guides have a lot of messages for you. Let's do two more. Nine of Wands. So I'll tell you, I feel as if the spirit guides are saying to take a break, and almost like smell the flowers. If you have not been taking any break and just like going after, like I feel as if you've been in a hermit stage for the past some time, and you've not really, maybe you've been in a place where you were more focused on saving your resources, and you didn't want to really go out and have fun. You were more interested in building your business, your empire, looking after your finances, and you were not really enjoying the process of life. I feel as if spirit guides are nudging you to now find that sense of joy and fun, instead of just thinking about all these things that you need to do, all this work that you tasks that you need to accomplish, and it's almost as if just let go, because if you keep on going on taking so much uh stress, it's not very long lasting. You cannot survive for a very long time like that. One of the I feel I have realized this, that one of the most important way, um, or secret to continuing moving towards your action, is to enjoy the process. If you make it fun through some way, then it almost doesn't feel long at all. You start to enjoy. Also, I feel as if the hanged man, it can also show that you may be feeling stuck or suspended in, like, or stagnated in your career. And what you need for that is have a period of introspection and patience, because this card, whenever it comes in a reading, it's almost as a sign that spirit guides are asking you to let go of what no longer serves you, so that you can evolve to realize your true potential, right? The Four of Cups and Ten of Swords. This also, it can show like there is a state of burnout. It has been like too overwhelming with you. You've almost reached a bottom situation. There's almost like an apathy or dissatisfaction, right? And the Nine of Wands also shows that you're feeling weary from all the past battles, right? And so, what is needed is this Queen of Pentacles energy. There's a need for practical, nurturing approach in your career. It suggests that you do have the potential for stability and abundance, but you need to stay focused on a grounded and a practical approach, you know, and that's when you'll be able to go forward towards your goals. And I think very important thing that's going to be for your Queen of Pentacles energy is going to be the enjoyment. That's where you'll be able to let go of this weariness from the past battles. When you start engaging in more fun, you are able to let go of this past energy, and you're able to go within, enjoy, assess what needs to be let go on and what is something that we can work on in the future. And that's what is going to help you in your journey ahead. Okay, so now let's see what we can expect in terms of relationships in the month of September. We have the Fool, Four of Pentacles, High Priestess, Ace of Cups, and Eight of Swords. The Ace of Cups and the Fool, they really show to me as if you are having some new uh, beginnings when it comes to your relationships. You're going to attract some really fated relationships, because the High Priestess almost shows me as if this is your fate, this is what is written. And I think the more you attract, the more you come in this positive, happy energy, the more you're going to start attracting fated, beautiful relationships in your life. I also feel as if there is a need to let go and heal, because Eight of Swords can talk about things that trigger us or things that cause us anxiety, or like if there is a fear of abandonment, a fear of rejection. I think as if this is the time in the month of September where the spirit is urging you to heal, like just go within yourself in that cocoon, right, where you are able to feel good, where you're able to give that sense of safety. Because I feel as if, all these anxieties that we experience, they ultimately all come because of a root chakra imbalance, right? And so when we're able to give ourselves a sense of safety and security, that's when we see all of these anxieties almost just flow away. We feel more secure. And I think when you start to work on that, that's when you start to attract these fated, almost soul level relationships. I also think as of these relationships that you're attracting, they're going to be a little bit different from your normal type. And it will almost require you to make a leap of faith. But that's the thing, right? Like, you can't make this leap of faith until you have healed yourself, because till then it will be too scary for you. You'll just, if it's so different from your normal type, you're just going to be so scared of what might happen, or of the consequences of your actions, or what is going to be the long term path. You're just going to be so scared of being hurt that I don't think you'll be able to take this leap of faith, or interact with new people, engage in new kind of experiences, be more open minded in relationships, until and unless you heal yourself. So that is going to be so important, that you heal. Take this time of September to heal and start filling your own cup. Focus on filling your own cup, things that make you feel good. I think very often we get lost in the social media self care, the matcha, the face mask, and while all that may be good, but that may not be your definition of self love, and it's important to figure out what is it that makes you feel fulfilled. That could just be reading a book, that could just be sleeping, that could be taking a walk in the garden. Anything that actually makes you feel fulfilled, makes you feel as if you're rejuvenated. Those are the things that you that you need to engage in. And also revisiting your past, and some acceptance there, sending some love and acceptance for the things that have happened. Very often we can be so lost in could haves and should haves, we forget to move on. And I think now is the time where you are getting this blessing of moving on, of healing, where you're getting this blessing of healing yourself. Okay. So let's see what other messages we have for your relationships. Finality, farewells, leave behind, closure. Exactly what I was saying. It's time to say goodbye to whatever happened in the past. It's time for a closure. You know, Loyalty, trusting, reliability, believing. I think that maybe you have suffered from some betrayal trauma in the past, and until and unless you don't let go of this past scenario, and until and unless you don't find closure there, I think you will find it hard to trust again, and you almost have to heal yourself so that you're able to trust again. Shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. Okay, one more. Intuition, heart, song, telepathy, inner knowing. Interesting. I feel as if you are attracting someone with whom you can have a deep connection, but you almost have to let go of this past event, because till the time you don't let go of this past event, I feel you just keep on attracting shallow relationships, because you're so scared of attaching with someone on a deep level. You're scared of being hurt, and so you engage only in shallow relationships because you don't want to be betrayed again. But I feel instead of being scared, you need to start flowing with your life again. Just start flowing with what calls out to your heart, and even if I feel even if those relationships fail, it's good to have experienced something that really just lights our heart on fire, right? I'm not saying choose recklessly, but yeah, don't be so stuck in fear that you're afraid of living again. I think is the message that spirit guides have been trying to send you for your love life. Let's see if we have any other messages from spirit guides. Stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. This is so like the Ten of Swords in reverse, right? I think you've been carrying too much. You've been taking life too seriously, and it's time to let go. Time to let go of this burden, this pain. Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? Exactly, right? Like there are things which have not gone your way, there are things which still maybe are not going your way, but the important thing is your attention. Whatever you pay your attention to, that grows. And universe is really urging you to now start having some fun and take it a little bit easy. We all end up dead anyways, right? So just take it a little bit easy, have more fun. Maybe things did not go the way they were supposed to go, but yeah, man, that's life, right? I think you should really take the month of September to take a more holistic view of life. Count your blessings, start making those, gratefulness lists. Start thinking of the things that you're grateful for that have, be the ways you've been supported in so many ways. So start looking at that, and let go of this pain. And sometimes, we feel as if we don't want to let go of that pain because we don't want to condone what was done. But that's the thing, right? Forgiveness is about us. Forgiveness is about us healing. It doesn't mean that whatever happened was right or wrong. It just means that we are ready to let go of that situation from our life. Next card we have is inspiration. Beautiful spark, moving impulse. No, wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Yeah, the more you start imbibing wisdom, the more you start putting this wisdom in your past lessons, the more you will start to see as if you're getting that inspiration back, that zeal, that enthusiasm back, and the more you'll be able to take things lightly. When we have an holistic view of things, when we see things from a detached perspective and we hold compassion for everyone, then it's almost as if we're able to let go and come into our own powerful energy. You have the wisdom within you to choose what is it that you want to give your attention to, and it takes a lot of inspiration and motivation to create this new life, but you're finding it by letting go of everything that doesn't serve you anymore, finding joy in your life again, and realizing that you are creating your universe. Okay, so thank you so much for your reading and see you in my next video. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to your September predictions video. So let's see what is the overall theme that you can expect in the month of September. South Node, destined to release. We have House 11, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom. And we also have the card of Earth, persistent, patient, and practicality. So, pile 3, South Node, it talks about detachment, things that we are ready to release in this lifetime. South Node can show the things that we have already mastered in our past life. They will come easy to us, especially in the initial part of our life. But then as age progresses, especially around 35 to 40, we start getting attracted more towards our North Node. right? And then these things that once gave us stability, that once felt like our foundation, they now seem to be stifling, and we want to move towards our North Node. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is the way life is supposed to progress. Okay, so I feel as if there is going to be some change in the themes related to 11th house. So, 11th house can be your friends, it can be your belief system when it comes to the collective, it can be your social networks. 11th house also talks about your long term dreams, desires, and goals, right? And Sagittarius, if you see, it is the house of optimism, exploration, the house that shows, our belief systems, the natural ninth house. So I feel as if you are going to undergo a major transformation where you are letting go of these dreams and desires that were governing your life till now. And that somehow is also going to change your network. Okay, so I feel as if maybe your dreams and desires, they led you to be a part of, some environment, some community, and that was totally conducive to your earlier dreams and desires. But it's almost as if now you want something different for yourself. There's nothing wrong with the past people, but it's just as if I feel you're opening your horizon. You may be traveling somewhere. So this can also show that, because Sagittarius is the natural ninth house and it can talk about long distance travel. So maybe you're going to be relocating to, another country, another continent, even, and that will lead to a change in the friend group, the network, and also that will lead you to change, the belief systems that you have had till now. So I feel as if there's going to be some sort of a change that is going to completely transform the foundation, the sense of stability that you have built in your life till now. I do really feel that there can be some relocation to some, another country, or if nothing, it can be like a change of career, because 11th house also talks about large organizations. So maybe you'll be changing your career, or you may be considering it. If you are considering anything like that, then I think September is going to be a good month. And since South Node and Sagittarius is there, I feel this is going to be a auspicious mood for you. This is going to be something that is going to be good and going to bring you blessings, and something that aligns with your path, right? So this seems like a very exciting month for you. Now, with the help of tarot, let's see what we can expect for your career and finance. We have Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can show very quick changes coming. As Knight of Wands is like the fastest moving knight. And I feel as if the Three of Cups also in reverse. Three of Cups shows, our friend circles, the people that we hang out with. I feel as if, okay, that's all of cards. Okay, I feel as if there is some quick change that is going to be coming to your friend circle, where you have to decide. Because I drew these cards to explain the card of strength, and I feel this is some sort of a decision. The Lovers and Justice, they can show decision between two things, and I feel this is quite hard for you to decide which way to go, because one way is the sense of foundation where you have set up yourself properly. I feel this King of Pentacles is you. You're already established in this current position you are, or maybe in the current country you are, or the current company. You're already established. And so when this new opportunity shows itself, it's going to be quite difficult for you to take this decision. But I feel this offer is coming for you quite fast. Ace of Swords and the sword is making me feel as if it will require you to make a clean cut. Like there's not going to be any gray area. Like for instance, if you stay in one country and you have to move another country, there's no gray area. You're just cut off. You can't say, okay, let's meet, every week or we'll manage. No, it's a clear cut, right? So I feel as if this is going to make you cut some part of your life. It could be friend. It does feel like network to me since Three of Cups in reverse is here and House 11. But it can also be the way you approach things. It could be like sudden epiphany you have, because Ace of Swords also shows these epiphanies we have. And so since Knight of Wands is there, it can be like a sudden epiphany you have which completely changes the course of your life. These things, these goals that mattered to you a lot in the past, because sort of cups also shows like achievement and celebration. So it could be that these goals and these positions that mattered to you so much in the past, suddenly you just want to let it go and start fresh. And now, of course, it's tough for you to decide, is it okay for you to let go of all this that you have built and start afresh? Whether that's in a new job, in a new business, in a new relationship, or a new friendship, new country, howsoever the case may be. But because of the position of South Node in Sagittarius, I do feel that this change is actually going to be good for you. And I think this is aligned with your soul purpose and your destiny. So if you do choose to go forward with this change, it's going to be very fruitful for you. So let's see what we can expect for your relationships. We have the Hierophant, Five of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Let's take one more card, the Empress. You could be actually attracting some sort of a fated connection in the month of September. But that connection is going to lead to some sort of disturbances in your life, right? But this is something that you truly want. I feel there's going to be some sort of a new beginning in your relationships. It could be because of this change that we were discussing, because of which it's going to lead to a new beginning on your relationship. You could also be taking the Hierophant and the Knight of Cups makes me feel as if you could be taking your existing relationship to next level, whether that's moving in, engagement, marriage. There's some sort of a new beginning that's going to happen in your relationships. It's going to be very fruitful if you are able to make this change, if you accept this offer. Now when I'm thinking of this whole reading, maybe there is someone who's coming with an offer of marriage for you, and because of which you have to shift somewhere else, and that changes the entire foundation. And of course you have to cut off the friends that you have known, the company that you have been working on, right? But it gives you a very flourishing scenario. So of course this doesn't have to be true for everyone. It can be true only for like 10-20% of you. For the rest of the people, I feel as if your relationships are going to undergo some sort of a change, but this is a change for good. You're going to start evaluating, what is it, who are the people who truly align with me, who truly vibe with me, who can be there with me in the long run. And wherever you see there is a lack mindset or there are just conflicts, you're ready to let that go. You're coming in your power and you are ready to let go of anyone who's just interested in creating confusion and chaos in your life. You have this rich energy about you. I don't mean in just in terms of abundance, but you have this energy of power and poise where you're like, whatever doesn't align with me, whatever just tries to create this lack, in my life or conflict in my life, it doesn't have place in my life anymore. Because you're very clear, you're set on this Knight of Cups, these people who are ready to serve you. Maybe in the past you were only attracted relationships, whether platonic or romantic, where you used to be serving others. But now, going forward, you feel as if, what do you bring to the table? You're coming and you're realizing your worth, and you are ready to be with people who are ready to give to you as well. You don't want those one sided relationships anymore where there's just trauma bonding. That's not vibing with you anymore. And I think that's really, really good for you. Okay, let's see what other messages universe has for you. Bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. Peace, balance, harmony, friendships. Possibilities, free spirited, adventure, risk, resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, timid. That's cool, right? I think that you are just seeing beyond the masks of people, and somehow as if you just don't have any patience left for people who are just pretending, or, who are trying to show off. You just don't have the time and energy for this. You want peace, you want harmony, and now you're ready to explore new possibilities. This could also be the thing that leads to the change that we were talking about. So you want to let go of drama, and you want this harmony and peace and true friendship in your relationships now. You could also have some secret people, who are just waiting to enter your life, but because of, since you had already consumed all of your time with your past relationships, these new people were not able to enter. But now that you're ready to let go of fake relationships in your life, you have possibilities, endless possibilities of attracting people who are on the same wavelength as you, who want to experience good things just like and I think this is going to bring, although it may seem a little scary at first, I think it's going to bring a lot of less changes in your life. Live your life with both feet in, commit fully to being here. Take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. A little bit of faith goes a long way. Remember that. One more. What has your inner voice been asking you? Listen and act. So, yeah, I think you're coming into this realization that, as I was saying, you don't have the time and energy to be in things that don't vibe with you anymore. And you're having the faith to, let go of things that worked for you in the past, but they don't work for you anymore. I think that's going to be bringing really beautiful scenarios in your life. Surrender, letting go, releasing, harmony, peace, balance, healing, restoring back to health and sisterhood, community, strong connections. I do think that once you start to let go, once you start to heal, once you surrender to the universe, once you believe you don't have to hold on to these relationships that drain you, that actually fake for you, that's when you'll start to attract this community, the community that feels so true, that feels like you belong there. You don't have to cut yourself short for those people. You don't have to feel as if you have to modify yourself to fit in there. People who accept you for who you are. And so surrender, let go of things that don't vibe with you anymore, any sort of relationships that don't vibe with you anymore, and just focus on healing. Just focus on your joy, your healing, creating that sense of peace and harmony within your own life. And that's when you'll start attracting these beautiful soul community. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 3, and see you in my next video. Bye.